Well, well, well. It isn't the consequences of my very own action. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Accountability is modern women's kryptonite, and today that's what we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at a few situationships that these women have had. And hey, we're going to look at how that's gone for them, right? Hey, how did that go? Are you feeling all right? But anyway, guys, thank you for being here. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. And now, let's get started with this woman.
Recently, I was explaining to one of my guy friends why I hate casual intimacy, and the second it came out of my mouth, I just started dying laughing. I essentially was saying that I hate seeing the idea of a man who, I don't value, I don't feel any connection with, I don't want him to be happy, I don't love him, I don't care about him. Seeing him enjoy himself through me. Like I was saying, I was like, if I was just sleeping with a guy that I didn't really care about or feel anything with, and he looked like he was enjoying himself, that would make me mad. It would genuinely piss me off. I'd be like, why do you look so fucking happy to be here? You don't even know my favorite color, motherfucker. Versus if you're in love with someone or you have feelings for someone and you're being intimate with them, it feels like more of a connecting thing versus when it's just superficial intimacy. If they were smiling and looking happy, I'd be like, ew, literally get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah, well, that's what it is when you boil it down. These women, guys, are giving out their bodies away to men who don't even know their name, to men, who don't care about them, who were never invested in them, who are just using them. So, yeah, congratulations for doing that, But this woman, guys, maybe beside the point, but has some delicious milkers. Oh my hell. No simping on the channel, guys. This is just pointing out the obvious. But, when you think about it, men like boobs and men like the jujus because we're just gonna go back to the roots, that's the first things we saw as babies, and hey, we're just nostalgic is all I'm saying. Maybe that's why we like boobs so much. We're just gonna go back to the basics. But now, guys, let's move on to another woman that's been in a situationship. This one looks a bit freaky, not in a good way. Rather, this woman looks like the one you wake up in the middle of the night and she's staring at you and asks you if you've been dreaming about some other girl. But now, let's see her story.
My situationship is officially over, and I decided that I'm going to share all of the weird shit that this guy would say and do, hopefully to make other people laugh. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little embarrassed to be posting this because I feel like this makes me look bad. It makes it look like I have absolutely no respect for myself, and to be
yeah, because that's the case. But the caption here, guys, is if you have ever personally been victimized by a situationship, you are not alone, but if you're like me, you are embarrassed. Personally being victimized by a situationship, wow. It's almost as if someone forced her to be there, right?
To be completely honest, I didn't. So let's get into it. For our second date, he invited me over to his apartment, and he was going to make me ice cream in his Ninja Creamy. So he knew I was coming over to his apartment, and he knew that we were eating ice cream. And by the time I got there, his apartment was a complete disaster, and he didn't have any clean spoons and had to dig through a pile of dishes to find a spoon and had to wash it right then and there for me. One time after we were making out, he hugged me and patted me on the back and said, "Hugsies." We took a bath together once and he farted on me. Didn't seem embarrassed, didn't apologize, he just said I tooted.
I tooted. Guys, by the way, whenever you hear women talking about the standards, how they need to increase, how, oh, no coffee dates for me, sir, you need to take me to a fancy restaurant, this is what they do for the men that they're actually attracted to, right? That these men will be farting on them, they don't care. They will, oh, here's a spoon, one dirty ass spoon, they got it off the bottom of the pile of dirty, dirty spoons, and they give it to her. That's the standard that Chad needs to abide by. Alright, let me tell you, this one guy she was making out with, she was not with him because of his personality. Shocking news. So that's the behavior that they accept from Chad. Yet when it comes to the average man, oh no, the story. No walks through the park, I'm not a dog. Invite me to a 3-star Michelin restaurant. Get the hell out of here.
He would pee with the bathroom door open. Not like fully open, just like a crack, but still, like, we were not dating for very long. And it was like kind of impressive because he would like stop his stream like midstream. Like, he did not have a steady stream, so it would be like pee, stop, pee, stop, pee, stop. And like for like after a while I was like, he's trying to tell me something in Morse code, like I should be writing this shit down. This is the one that's gonna get everyone on my side. We went to the movies and he took his shoes off and he did not have any socks on. And so he just had like his bare dogs, and it was like a reclining chair too. And so he had like raw toes, like just out for everyone to walk by. And that was when I was like, I can't be seen in public with this man. The day after we like did the deed for the first time, he texted me and said, "How was the dinky?" And I said, "What the fuck is a dinky?" He meant his penis. He wanted me to rate it. And the last thing that was like...
No, wait, so how was it? How was the dinky? Quite delicious, eh? You enjoyed it, right, you little B-word? Okay, can anybody have respect for this woman? Imagine you're her boyfriend, right? And you see this posted. Oh my hell. That is so embarrassing. She says, "I'm embarrassed. What about your supposed boyfriend?" Because you're not gonna have one, right? But imagine she did. This is so embarrassing, guys. And these are the women that want to be wifed up and put in a white wedding dress that, you know, symbolizes pureness. Oh, get out of here.
The straw that broke the camel's back, he would like routinely just like go a couple days without talking to me, and he would always like kind of crawl back in. Like, this man did not care about me at all, but he would like send me like a stupid meme or something, you know, to be like, hey, like, I'm still alive. And so the most recent time that he like ghosted me was for 4 days, and he texted me in the middle of the night, but this time it was just a soundbite of really shitty original techno music that he had made on his computer. And it was like so bad that like my brain rewired itself, and it was like, no. And I told him that we should stop seeing each other.
Oh wow, cut it off, guys. The healing journey has started, eh? Well, just remind yourself each time one of these women wanted to increase the standard that no, you simply don't deserve it. Any woman, guys, who has ever been part of a situationship or a one-night stand, I will never commit to, and I will advise you do the same. Never. Yes, people can change. I'm not the right person, though. That is going to be your white knight. It's going to save you from your past. You've had a past. Sorry. Figure it out on yourself, right? But now, guys, let's move on to the last one by this woman. There's going to talk about Bonnie Blue, which is the well, she's technically an OF model. She's a model, guys. So she's going to talk about her, the one who slept with 1,000 men. We've covered her a few times on the channel. So let's see what this woman has to say.
And one more thing on Bonnie Blue, and then I'll stop giving this woman a platform. The other thing that is so concerning about this social experiment, this petting zoo that she's planning on doing, where she puts herself in a glass box and allows thousands of men to come in and do whatever the hell they want to her, is that she is not only putting herself at risk, it is incredibly dangerous to open yourself up to, let's be real, rapists, or even worse. Like these men that are putting their hands up to do that are animals. Anyway, she's not only putting herself in a position where she's going to expose herself to that, but she's putting women at risk for exposing us to that, because without her realizing it, she is setting the tone for these types of men that is okay to do that to women.
I'm gonna stop you right there, because I see you're trying to make Bonnie Blue into the victim. She's actually the perpetrator, alright? She is actually the one who wants to sleep. And I even hate to use the word sleep, because it's like reminiscent of some sort of intimacy. There's no intimacy here. This is a wild beast that wants to get penetrated by 1,000 men. So that's the case, you know? She is the perpetrator. I just love, guys, how women are never to blame somehow. They are always the victim. It's quite impressive how even a 304 that wants to sleep with 1,000 men, that has been sleeping with underage men, that has been sleeping with men who have girlfriends without an ounce of guilt, right? She is the victim. Oh, she may expose herself to some rapist. My hell. It's getting to a point where it's so annoying to see women always try to make the victim. I feel like you can have a woman, commit mass genocide, and they'll somehow find a way to say how she's actually the victim, and men are to blame. It's like in the movies. I don't know if you've seen them. If you probably have, but every time there's a female villain, every time there's actually a man above her who is the real villain, who controls her and makes her be evil, because we can't have a single bad woman in Hollywood. There's always gotta be a man behind her, right? That is actually pulling the strings, and she's just a victim to it. Or if there's no man, it's the patriarchy that made her bad, or something like this. Get out of here, man. So tired of this damn narrative. No, Bonnie Blue is the perpetrator. If there's a victim, it's one of those men that falls victim to the sexualization in society. They are the victims, if there's any victim, and that's the case.
And although the men are the main perpetrators here, because let's be honest, she wouldn't be doing what she was doing if she didn't have an audience, she is still facilitating a playground for sick-minded individuals to go and live out their dark and twisted fantasies.
Oh, you see, guys, she's the victim because if she didn't have an audience, she wouldn't be doing this. You gotta love it, guys. You know, if they catch me with like 70 pounds of cocaine, I'm gonna say, hey mate, I wouldn't be doing this if there weren't consumers, you know? I'm the victim in all of this. Wouldn't you see? If they actually go into my tomb and check my basement where I have 40 women locked up, I'm gonna say, hey mate, I'm human trafficking, but it's because there are consumers who want to get these women. I'm the victim in all of this. I'm the victim. It's so brain dead. It's just so annoying to see these women always make the victim of themselves. Holy hell, are you an annoying piece of a bitchy whine-ass person.
With no punishment. They can just go and do whatever they want. It's sick.
My hell, I can't tolerate this woman anymore. Get the hell out of here. But now, guys, let's calm down and move on to our article story. Alright, title reads, Extremely Hot Girls of Reddit. Which guys made the difference out of the hundreds who have tried? I want to hear from girls who never have a shortage of people interested in them. Oh, so basically all of them. How do you decide where to invest your energy? What effort do you expect to see? What are your rules about when to reach out or express interest? I really want to embody this hot girl dating energy. Yes, queen. Let's go. So let's see, guys. How are the hot women faring? Extremely Hot Girls of Reddit has me dead. Comments empty, except for a bunch of guys. Same thought process. I know, right? You picked just the right app to corner the market. Let's see, guys. Let's actually see a comment. Okay, here's one. As a regular girl, I don't know if there are any extremely hot girls on Reddit, but I have quite a few extremely hot friends. What set guys apart for them, from what I've seen, is that the guys they choose are not focused on their looks, or at the very least, they don't make conversation about that right away. Going up to them and saying they are hot is just telling them something they hear every day. This is a very important point, guys, because I see a lot of men making the mistake. There was this saying, right? If you treat her like a star, she's gonna treat you like a fan, or if you treat her like a queen, she's gonna treat you like a peasant, right? These women, guys, they hear every single day, 1,000 times over, that they're attractive and how beautiful they are. Stop saying that. It's not impressive. You're just one of the bunch, all right? Whenever you're on a dating app and you open up to a woman by saying, "Oh, you're attractive," you just put yourself in the group of 100 other men that are not getting a reply back, right? Don't be that guy. And same goes for flowers or chocolates. It's like, oh, I bought this woman a present. Guys, she's gotten like 1,000 presents. That is not impressive for them. Talking to them like they're actual people and really hitting it off when it comes to shared interest is what actually works. Another one here. This is a guy. I can confirm this. There is no group of women as interested in talking to me as smart, hot women. I heard the same explanation that it's never certain gave. Ah, alright, this is a user. If you're a decent looking guy and can have a good conversation, it works pretty well. Yeah, right, guys. It's all about being a decent looking guy and being good at conversations. Now, actually, you can delete the last part about being good in conversations. You can just be a decent looking guy. And that's pretty much it. I have also heard about guys talking to hot women, trying overly hard to impress and very obviously hoping to get them in bed within 24 hours. Let's read the last one, guys, which African Daisy 22 says, this one to a T. Okay, let's hear the best advice you'll ever hear in your life. I was extremely hot girl in my early 20s before my autoimmune disease kicked into high drive. My significant other would say I still am, but he's contractually required to. But I'm also autistic ADHD, so there is that, LOL. Yeah, well, you're not telling me anything new, because according to these people, everybody has ADHD. Did you know that, guys? Did you know that you have ADHD? I have ADHD as well. And Ampu also has ADHD. Everybody has ADHD. Now, interestingly enough, nobody had ADHD like 20 years ago, or maybe like 1 out of a million people had ADHD. But nowadays, this is how the world has switched, right? Nowadays, 90% of people have ADHD. It's crazy. That being said, as someone who was extremely S3-actualized in college and 20s, largely against my preference or even knowledge, it wasn't until I got with my significant other after college that I found out about a lot of the rumors, lies about my supposed S3X history in college. Men who treated me like a human first. My significant other had a massive crush on me, and it overwhelmed me because it just came off as him wanting to check me off a list of conquests. He's also ADHD. Wow, what a surprise. What a surprise, guys. He is also ADHD. Shocker right there. And didn't realize how it came across to me. Once he chilled out and matured and actually held normal human conversations with me, we could connect, and I felt like I was worth more than just my appearance to him. Also, intellectual curiosity. I dated a man for a long time who was sweet, but constantly intimidated by my intelligence. Oh, I hate it, guys. I hate it when I'm intimidated by some woman's intelligence. You know, when they start talking about astrology and I have nothing to add to the conversation, I just feel so intimidated. I sometimes even piss myself out of nervousness. You know, it's like, oh no, this woman is so intimidating. My hell. And it was not only really boring because our conversation's topics were limited to subjects he knew more than me, but it circled back to, if he doesn't want me to be smart, he must just want me for how I look. Wow, well, what do you think about that, guys? Quite impressive, eh? Well, we're gonna close the video. I'm actually gonna address something beside the article. I'm gonna address this lingo that women use when it comes to intimidation and fear, or men fear how attractive I am or how empowered I am. Fear is just not the right word for it, right? Personally, guys, I fear stumbling across a pack of hungry wolves in the middle of the forest, right? That's what I fear. I also fear that ominous looking jacket I put on my armchair before I went to bed, and now at 2 a.m. it's looking like some paranormal activity going on there, right? That's what I fear. I fear Granny Gertrude. I fear a lot of things. But a woman being attractive, sorry, I'm not impressed. Not nearly, fearful, right? You gotta do better. You could say that men are shy. I've seen a lot of men who are shy. You could say that maybe they feel awkward. I know. You could say that maybe they are concerned about you not making a big deal out of them liking you, or making some false accusations. That is all right. But to say that men fear your attractiveness or your empowerment is just not the word. But anyway, gentlemen, do you agree? If you like this episode, like and subscribe. And I'll be happy to see you next time, guys. Have a good one.